Whoa, whoa.
What up, y'all? It's Baker. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around these parts, check this out. I made a video just recently talking about this artist, musician, and Congruence. I'm a big fan of his. Well, recently he announced that he's dead, so rest in peace, Congruence. So in that video, I went over the mysteries on why he did it and perhaps what's next. But in the past few weeks, he's been leaving hints left and right, and I'm like, what? So guess what, y'all? I gathered all that information up, and now we're gonna do a part 2.
Who's their congruence?
Musician, artist, Congruence. Got some bangers, got some tapes, even got some fire music videos. But he decides to call it quits. Or did he? September 22nd. Somehow beyond the grave, Congruence is leaving us hints. This here is the very first one. Did you spot that? Part of a secret plan. What could this mean? Don't worry, y'all, we have an update. A couple days ago, he noticed his error. Five letters, mate. Interesting, huh? On to hint number 2. The next hint towards what I am going to be doing following my days is Congruence. The issue with Congruence is I was a sinner. In order to create in ways which are congruent with my motives of impacting people positively, this new artist I will become must be the opposite. September 25th. Streetwear, vintage, minimalist, fashion brand, not for sinners. Opposite, 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 opposite. Khan did the little switcheroo on us, y'all. Went from sinner to saint. Must be the opposite, right? But let's not forget about the red herrings around the table. I know we've been seeing a lot of red. But let's focus on these two things. On to the next hint. Be smart, stand apart. Yeezys over the red line. Another photo here. Not art. But did you catch that, y'all? Red. Remember the red herrings. They're everywhere. It could distract us or perhaps lead us to where we need to go. On to our next hint. Me when I start to see the first leaves change color in the fall. Red. Red's everywhere, you guys. It's a big theme here. Don't look there. Yeah, I know it's red. Don't worry about that. Anyways, back to the hint. Forbes Street. Fubs means a lot of things, you guys. Fall has always been my favorite season, and maybe the biggest reason I still live in New England. Just as leaves change, so will I as an artist. I'm going to shed layers of my character and favor new ones, just as trees shed their leaves. You guys see that it's all in red? The captions? When the colder weather comes in, I find myself listening to a lot more guitar-based sad indie rock. Red, red, red. The other thing I'm curious about is how people feel about the fall collections, designer and streetwear. Alright, y'all. Whatever you learned so far, well, everything's red. He's doing a very good job of confusing us all. But what else have you learned? Streetwear, clothing. Hints had led us to this account here, which also made us think about sinners. Congruence did a very good job here of staying silent, and he stays scheming. Not the first design, but a design I wish we revealed when I had the chance, Congruence once said. And look, y'all, there's no red here. But what is this? Is he hiding the logo to the next thing? Help me help you. When the colder weather comes in, I find myself listening to a lot of more guitar-based sad indie rock as opposed to hip-hop. If you notice, Congruence is in this collector called Sold Souls, and in the bio it mentions that Congruence was once in this indie emo scene from the 2011s. Well, he played guitar in a band, and recently in a few of his hints, the last week or so, he posted Moving Mountains and another band called American Football. And if we are correct to think that this censored word, the secret word to be saint, the opposite of sinner, then we do know that we are messing around with Christian lingo around here. And moving mountains is a big lingo in the Christian community. And look, what's inside here? The light. Look how far we've come. A lot of ties with the Christian faith and streetwear. A clothing line called Saint, perhaps. The caption here is not important. Only the outfit.
Incoming clothing line called Saints. Get your paper.
Check out this hint, y'all. Congruence is announcing that he has a new podcast coming out October 4th. He'll be interviewing various artists and fans. He says he's excited. But how could he do this and tell his story at the same time? He can't. That is the red herring. There is no podcast. There is a rebirth. As above, so below. Congruence had to die. It was his time. But a new will arise. No, he won't rap for you. Or for me. The soul behind Congruence, if you can hear me. If my detective work comes out to be incorrect, I just want you to know that I have been a big fan. Tomorrow, you are telling us that you will unravel the big mystery behind this. On your social media, you only have 2 posts. Things are changing. I think you're having a clothing line called Saint. But are you guys ready for something very interesting? Kanye West. He's 44 years old right now. And 44 plays a big role in the soul congruence. And looky here, Yeezys. Yes, Yeezys. Kanye's Yeezys. And what's that? An Adidas beanie. Kanye West's Yeezys are actually teamed up with Adidas. You guys ready for the biggest surprise? At the bottom of the first hint, the name here is user Ian K. The name Ian is a Scottish origin and means the Lord is gracious. The Lord is gracious, Ian. And besides it, it says 1 of 1, which could also mean 11, which is the letter K. Ian K. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what more do you want? The proof is always in the pudding. Go ahead and give us a background on how it all started with the music.
Okay, so my friend who actually, everything's full circle, it's crazy. Back in literally high school, yeah, he just him and I both listened to kind of the same stuff. Both of us would listen to a lot of Kanye, like early Kanye, like College Dropout, stuff like that. And then
Kanye,
yeah, we followed his whole career. We still do. We just both got some Yeezys the other day, just because we felt like it had to be done.
All right, y'all. With all the clues, with all the hints, we gathered all of it, and we came up with the conclusion. The new conclusion. Congruence isn't going to become another rapper or get back in a rock band. He's going to come out to LA with the guidance of 44 and create streetwear, a clothing line called Saint. And if the trippiest of the theories is true, Congruence will be working with Kanye very soon. Saint is the new name. It's rest in peace to Congruence. No more sinner, only winner. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much. I want to say, if I'm correct, thank you to Saint. I want to show the fans a couple of my favorite bars from Congruence. But before I do that, I want to have a moment of silence for Congruence.
I don't dance for kids, sorry I'm not Drake, but I'll break it down real quick, yeah, come here close to me. Hand around your waist, spin around, hit the Squidward. Sorry you don't get me, yes I use some big words, big turds, mouthing off, what a piece of shit.